Nutrition plays a vital role in better training strategy, and what you eat has a direct impact on your performance. Quite hangs on a good day.
We've all heard of the infamous bonk and its unwanted effects of running out of energy too soon into a ride.
So hopefully we're going to show you how to prevent this and not end up like that.
Oh, it's a big bonk.
Try to use a range of different foods when fueling on your bike, because it can be mentally difficult to get all those carbs in when out on your bike.
Variety is the spice of life, really. It can help to have that little bit of extra something in your pockets to look forward to throughout the ride. This can be anything, really, from, well, a bar, a little bit of Haribo, if I can find it in my pockets. Yeah, I can. A little bit of Harry, do you want that, James? It can help to have that something to look forward to throughout the ride when you're too tired to think about it and you just don't feel like eating.
Equally, find out what works for you. Brands these days like Enovit have such a wide variety of different products. So what I'd suggest you do is go out on your training rides, get a load of different products, trial them all. That way you know exactly what works for your stomach. So when it comes to racing, hopefully you won't have any upset stomachs, because, well, no one needs that. It's possible to metabolize up to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour of endurance exercise. Look at the nutritional content of what you plan to take on your ride, including the carbohydrate content, and do the maths. Organize your pockets so that you know what you should have consumed at the end of each hour.
Once you've found what works for you, try and stick to that brand or product. Definitely don't go mixing things up on race day. You don't want to risk upsetting your stomach.
Training is no different to competition. You want to maintain a good amount of carbohydrate intake throughout those hard training sessions. The last thing you want to do is underestimate how much energy you're going to need for those hard sessions. That way you'll get the most out of every session. When it comes to those shorter rides when you don't need so much fuel, I would suggest you go for the healthier options. So a bit of fruit like a banana, a cereal bar. What you don't want to do is fill up on loads of junk food like croissants, because that'll do more damage than good when you're training.
Fasted rides have been much talked about in recent years, with potential performance benefits of improving fat metabolism and also positive performance gains. Now, everyone is different, so it's worth giving fasted rides a try to see if they work for you. Personally, they didn't really work for me. I just loved my breakfast too much, but you never know, might be your next big thing. Try 45 to 90 minutes of fasted riding before breakfast with maybe a coffee or tea as you're heading out the door. Don't forget, this is all about getting your body used to using fat as an energy source as well as carbohydrates, so keep it relatively steady. Don't try any big, intense efforts. Just take this for me, mate. Thanks. Right, so I'll catch you in a bit.
If this works for you and you can get used to it, you can potentially give your body an extra source of energy using fats and carbohydrates on those longer rides. We would, though, say start small, so start with a ride like Conor's doing, around 30 to 45 minutes. Work your way up to a 120-minute ride before breakfast. It's also a great way of getting a bit of training in before you start the day, or even work.
Timing is a crucial part to fueling on a ride. Try not to eat everything in one go. Instead, spread it out through the duration of the ride.
I always found it very useful to have the time function up on my head unit or bike computer. It's very useful to have the time there in front of you to remind yourself to eat at regular intervals. You can see every 30 minutes I need to eat something, and you get it in your belly.
Equally, it's good to get a good portion of carbohydrates in before the ride, porridge, Weetabix or brown toast. Then every 30 minutes, look to have little top-ups on your ride.
Keep those tanks topped up. It is so easy to forget to eat at the beginning of a ride. Making sure you have a schedule to stick to can really remove the guesswork out of when you last ate and when you need to eat next.
Cycling is a great way to stay healthy and lose weight, but there's a big temptation to carry on eating throughout the day after your long ride.
Yeah, try to be conscious of what you're eating for the rest of the day. A good plan is to fill up on fruit and vegetables. For instance, try having soup or a big bowl of salad before your main meal to help alleviate that hunger after a long day's training.
How's your salad?
Lovely.
I'm losing weight.
Don't forget to drink. It's the #1 phrase heard from pretty much every team car in every race around the globe. It's so hard to remember that even the pros need reminding.
Remember to stay hydrated, Conor!
Yeah, I hope you got 2 bottles there, mate.
Hydrating properly is part of nutrition too, and it's very important that you take constant sips throughout a ride. When the temperature heats up, it is even more important that you get those fluids on board, just like this. Well, maybe not quite like that, but you know what I mean. Using an isotonic mix in your water bottles will make a massive difference and help make sure you replace any lost electrolytes from sweating. Enovit recommends including 2 scoops of their isotonic mix in a 500ml bottle of water and consuming one of these every hour in addition to plain water. Forgetting to drink and becoming dehydrated can really limit your performance, so remember to do so and keep your fluids topped up. Even when you don't feel the urge to drink on those long, cold winter rides, it is still important. It is surprising how much sweat you can lose underneath all those winter layers. So we hope these nutrition tips help you manage your training that little bit better, keeping you out on the road for longer and faster.
Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up.
And for more how-tos, why didn't you click on Conor?